It would probably be useful for you to put a slide in there, at like an introduction or a background. You don't want to insult the intelligence of the audience by assuming that they're not aware of the potential dangers or the potential significance of the organochlorines, but you may want to stress, what type of implications that they may have. You might want to do just a little bit of, find something right quick that you can show that shows the significance of, the fact that they were banned and that they linger and are persistent in the environment, and the types of impacts that they may have on our health, the potential for their usage in terrorist activities, stuff like that. You might want to do that. That might be, something to fill the slides in, to buy you a little bit more time. Let me see. And you'll do that right before you talk about, the importance of being able to detect those types of things in the environment. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is put a slide in there. It says something about nanotechnology enabled detection methods. And then we're probably going to want to say something about how they show great promise for being able to improve the detection capabilities that we seek, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then we can say that of particular significance in this arena is gold-based nanoparticles. And let's see. And you're going to want to put yourself a slide in here and talk about specifically gold nanoparticles. Okay, put your slide in here about gold nanoparticles, and let's see. I'm going to put some and we're going to say, I'm going to put a bullet point that they're optically tunable. They have a sharp size dependent UV plasmon, that's PLASMON, absorbance band around 520 nanometers. Okay. Let me see if I can go down a little bit. I'm gonna put a blank slide in here. Okay. So you're gonna want to say that. Then what you're gonna want to say is, after you do that, you got that. You're gonna put that stuff at the top of the slide or whatever, and then you're gonna want to say, that they have about 520 nanometers or whatever. And then at the bottom, you can say, this can be exploited for sensor development. Then I want you to draw a little circle. And then draw a little circle with little pieces coming off of it, little lines. Ah, hell. Do I have a picture? Do you have a picture of that in your paper? Let's see. Hold on. Go back over here. You may already have that. Let's see. I got a picture of that somewhere. We need a picture of the gold nanoparticle by itself. It's red. The gold nanoparticle as it um interacts with something and turns blue, basically. So basically what I'm saying is I want you to be able to draw a gold nanoparticle as a red structure and being able to show folks that once it comes into close proximity with a gold nanoparticle, it forms a little blue cluster. So if you could draw like a little gold sphere and then draw a blue arrow and like a little, a black arrow, an arrow, and then like a little blue cluster of, do that. Draw a little pink sphere because they're actually, kind of purpley pink, like you know what they look like. And then draw a little bluish cluster of gold nanoparticles clustered together. Then that'll explain to folks what happens when they're in detection mode. So put all that on one slide. The fact that put the word gold nanoparticle, optically tunable, size, whatever, blah, 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 blah. The plasma band, and then draw this little purpley pink circle, and then these little 3 or 4 little blue circles next to each other, and put that on one slide, kind of like right before you start talking about your research methods, right after you talk about the significance in environmental or whatever, and that'll give people an idea of what it is that you're fixing to do. Okay. Here's a picture I'm talking about. Something like this. You can take this picture and put it in there to show that this is the gold particle. This is, if it's modified with something. And then it goes and binds with the target analyte. Then it has a change in color. Or a reduction in absorbance. Use this figure right here. Just put that figure on the slide I was telling you about. Okay. There's some files that we didn't use in here that go along with your pesticide data. So we need to pull them off the computer. Shoot. If you still have pictures of your gold nanoparticles from when they were from when you just made the different colors, from when you and Rashida were doing just the first sets of data, from when you kind of had a small color change from, you know, just the different volumes of sodium citrate that you were adding. You can put a picture of that in there just to show, how the color of the gold nanoparticles varies just by the addition, because you took a lot of pictures of those. So that would be an interesting thing to put in there, just to show that you made different sizes of gold nanoparticles, and then you just pick one and did the experiment with. So the only thing that we're going to be missing here, so from this paper, the only thing that you need to take out, I guess, is that the only thing that you need to gather out of this paper to put in now, I guess, is the take a little introduction and talk about the significance of the organochlorine or whatever pesticides. Talk about the significance of using nanoparticle-based technology as sensors, and then start talking about the significance of using gold-based nanoparticle sensors. And so that's 2 slides you got to put in. Nanoparticle sensors, organochlorine pesticides, and then the gold nanoparticle sensors, why they're useful. And then you will, in your results section, you will show that this will be the 3rd slide. You will show the picture of some of the different colors of the gold nanoparticles that you made with the different volumes of sodium citrate. And then we'll put a transmission, one of those TEM images that Dr. Singh took. I know you got some round ones, so we just put some of your round ones in there. We didn't put any round ones in the paper because they weren't particularly special, but I know you got one somewhere. And then I will find a file. I think I got one on my computer somewhere that has multiple spectra of the UV visible spectra that shows how the UV vis spectra go up sequentially. And I'll decide if I want to put that in there or not. But until now, that's all you need to do. When you finish that, just send it to me. Okay.